Hey guys, it's Emma Vigling with TYT Politics. Just when you thought that Trump, and I guess the Republicans, couldn't get any more villainous, President Trump has decided to go after elderly folks in nursing homes. Yeah, I'm not really exaggerating. The Trump administration, reversing guidelines put in place under President Barack Obama, is scaling back the use of fines against nursing homes that harm residents or place them in grave risk of injury. The shift in the Medicare program's penalty protocols was requested by the nursing home industry. The American Healthcare Association, the industry's main trade group, has complained that under Obama, inspectors focused excessively on catching wrongdoing rather than helping nursing homes improve. Since 2013, nearly 6,500 nursing homes, 4 out of every 10, have been cited at least once for a serious violation, federal records show. Medicare has fined 2/3 of those homes. Common citations include failing to protect residents from avoidable accidents, neglect, mistreatment, and bed sores. Advocates for nursing home residents say that the revised penalties are weakening a valuable patient safety tool. They've pretty much emasculated enforcement, which was already weak, said Toby Edelman, a senior attorney at the Center for Medicare Advocacy. In case you were wondering, the American Healthcare Association funnels its bribe money essentially largely through PACs and has spent over $1 million in lobbying since 2005. In 2015 and 2016, they spent around $4 million in lobbying each year. They do donate bipartisanly. They donated to congressional Republicans a tiny bit more this last cycle, giving around 52.6% of their contributions to the GOP. But their top recipient of money last cycle, presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. Open Secrets does not show them donating to Trump at all last cycle in 2016. So why do this? Trump is saying that he's doing this because regulations are bad and stuff. He's so smart. But here's why regulations are in place and what they try to prevent. The New York Times cites this example. In September 2016, for instance, health inspectors faulted Lincoln Manor, a nursing home in Decatur, Illinois, for failing to monitor and treat the wound of a patient whose implanted pain medication pump gradually slipped over 8 days through a ruptured suture and protruded from her abdomen. The patient died. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services fined Lincoln Manor $2,802,954, including around $10,000 a day for 28 days from the time the nursing home noticed the problem with the wound until supervisors had retrained nurses to avoid similar errors. An administrative law judge called the penalties quite modest given the appalling care. This also isn't the only time that Trump has allowed these nursing homes, which are often chain and corporate conglomerate nursing homes, to get away with these horrific practices. In November, the Trump administration exempted nursing homes that violate 8 new safety rules from penalties for 18 months. Homes must still follow the rules, which are intended, among other things, to reduce the overuse of psychotropic drugs and to ensure that every home has adequate resources to assist residents with major psychological problems. In June, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services rescinded another Obama administration action that banned nursing homes from preemptively requiring residents to submit to arbitration to settle disputes rather than to go to court. Arbitration clauses, we heard that with banks, those screw over regular people. There's really no other explanation for why Trump is doing this except to undo what Obama has done, and because it's a regulation, so yes, screw it. He's an idiot, and we know that, but it also goes to show that he doesn't even care about poorer people. He absolutely does not. That's a foregone conclusion. He is an older person himself, but because he's rich and because he grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth, he doesn't have to worry about elderly or going into a nursing home. He doesn't have any relatives that he has to worry about going into a nursing home, although I don't even think he cares about his relatives. But this is what a lack of empathy does. Nursing homes need to provide quality care. There's a huge recipe for disaster when you just allow lack of regulation and people and care providers who may get frustrated by elderly people. It's really hard to take care of elderly people. There have to be these fines in place, or then we're going to see these instances of horrific abuse that have been more prevalent in recent years. How can you go through with doing something like this? It doesn't even make any sense unless you just want to undo everything that Obama did, and you don't care about the substance, and you don't have empathy for people who can't afford to live in their mansion and have caretakers and have to live in a nursing home because their kids can't take care of them.